So here we go. Hello, everyone. This is, of course, your girl, Lynn Brown, the one and only princess of gospel with Talk Time. And today I have a very special guest, Mr. Shaun Koch, and he's going to be talking to us about health insurance and Obamacare and all of that good stuff. And he's a registered insurance agent. So we're going to get right into this interview because, Shaun, I have so many people who have so many questions, and I need their questions answered. I'm one of those people. I worked in the medical field on the reverse side, collecting, being the insurance person that did the insurance collections, the billing, registrant. What else have I done in the medical field? I worked in the OR, I worked in admissions, maternity admissions, all of that. So now today I want to get with you, being a radio personality, I want to get with you so we can talk about health insurance and how people can get it, who's eligible, who's not eligible, all the different things. And Obamacare, I need that explained to them. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
All right. Well, first, Lynette, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you and your listeners today. My name is Shaun Koch, and I am a licensed agent with Florida Blue. I'm with Apple Insurance, which is our local agency, your local agency for Florida Blue. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida is they morphed into or rebranded to Florida Blue. So when you hear that term, you got to think Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida. And that happened back in 2012, I believe. Well, yes. And, you know, Florida Blue has been helping people in Florida since, for 75 years, over 75 years now. So it's pretty awesome company to work with. I originally got my insurance license back in 2005, and I really enjoy helping people, and working in this field is really rewarding on a personal level for me. So I want to be, this is great that I can get with you and your listeners and let everybody know that I can help them. If they don't have insurance, right, it's really important to get it, especially in light of current events. Is it okay if I give everybody my personal cell phone number?
Absolutely. They will need your information. You can give it to them now, and then we're going to come back in the end, and we're going to have you give your contact information on how they can contact you, and then I'll also put it at the end of this video.
Oh, great. Perfect. But I like my clients to have my personal cell phone number because I'm not just somebody who enrolls you in one and done and moving on. I want to be everybody's agent for life. So, I want to make sure that everybody knows how to get in touch with me and that I'm available for them whenever they need me. So my personal cell phone number for anybody out there is 980-233-1117. Okay, and I'm able to take your calls just about any time, unless I'm with another client, in which case I'll get back to you as fast as I can. I'm pretty good about that.
Awesome. So, Shaun, we're going to get into the very first question. What is Obamacare?
Well, all right, that's a really good question.
What is not Obamacare? What is or is not Obamacare?
All right, well, let's go. Politics aside, Obamacare is the nickname for the Affordable Care Act, which is also known as the ACA or ACA. Most people think that Obamacare is insurance, and that is not the case. The Affordable Care Act is a set of mandates that basically overhauled the entire healthcare system for people under 65 years of age. The major change that now there's no more underwriting. This means that there's no more pre-existing conditions. And if you want healthcare, you can get it. So no longer are you going to be denied coverage or pay a higher rate because you have a pre-existing condition.
Okay.
So the Affordable Care Act, it set a guideline of things that must be covered by a qualified health plan. And as a result, all qualified health plans that are available through the marketplace must offer your first doctor's visit and uh, you have to have your first, it's going to be included in your policy along with all of your preventative care, that you do for your annual checkups. So that's all going to be included with your policy. There's not going to be any charge to see the doctor for that first visit. Now, you may have a copay after that, but that's going to be included with all policies. They want you to be healthy. So
Awesome.
yeah, so basically, if you qualify I'm also going to help you go through the maze of if you can qualify for a subsidy. A lot of people don't realize that they do qualify for a subsidy. I mean, and it's all based on income, how much money you earn, where you live, your age, how many dependents you have. As a general rule of thumb, though, if you qualify for a subsidy, which I'll know in just a couple of minutes of talking to you, most people can get a free healthcare, not a free healthcare plan because it does cost money, but you can be subsidized by the government. And a lot of times it's subsidized so heavily by the government that you don't have any out-of-pocket costs for your healthcare.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So with basically, you went into my next question is who's eligible, or
Well,
who can be eligible. So you're telling me that it's based on your income, the size of your family, and a few other maybe small criteria. Can you just, elaborate just a little bit more?
sure. I mean, you ask who is eligible. I mean, everybody now is eligible to get health care in one way or another. The Affordable Care Act, they have an open enrollment period for people to obtain health insurance for the following calendar year. And like I said, the open enrollment period for getting health insurance coverage for 2020 was November 1st through December 15th of 2019. And usually this means if you didn't obtain health insurance for 2020 by December 15th of 2019, you'd not be able to get a health insurance plan through the marketplace unless you qualified for an SEP. And an SEP is a special enrollment period, which and where you can obtain a qualified health plan outside of open enrollment. And
Okay.
recent events like COVID-19 have created many different forms of hardships, whether it's a loss of a job, a change of income, a loss of current health care, or many other unforeseen factors. I'm an expert at helping people who've been affected identify the proper eligibility requirement to enroll for healthcare using an SEP. So every individual situation is just that. It's unique, and in just a few minutes of conversation on the phone with somebody, I can determine how it's best to proceed for them. I mean, I'm here to help.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So, what type of benefits are available for those who do qualify for the subsidy?
Well, if you qualify for a subsidy or you don't qualify for a subsidy, if you don't qualify for a subsidy, you'll pay full price for healthcare. But
Okay.
but the benefits that are available, I can offer just about any type of insurance that you can think of. I work for Apple Insurance and Financial, and we specialize in Florida Blue, health and dental plans, Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans. We also offer life, vision, accident, critical illness, hospital indemnity, short and long-term disability, long-term care, homeowners insurance, automobile, watercraft, business, even pet insurance. Basically, if it's important to you, I can help you insure it. And there's really no end to the list of benefits that that an experienced and a good not salesperson, but an insurance agent can get for somebody.
Right. Awesome. And then, what would be how are the benefits determined?
Okay, well, everybody qualifies to get health care as there's no longer pre-existing condition. So
Mm-hmm.
as I said earlier, everyone's situation is different, but the main things that determine costs are income, age, dependence, and where you live. With just a few minute phone call conversation, I can help determine how I can help each individual person. And generally speaking, there's a solution for everybody. I just need a few minutes of someone's time to help determine what's best for them. I'm a guide. I'm just going to show them the options and let them pick what's best for them. And in a lot of instances, if I'm able to help them get that subsidy, there's going to be a low cost or a no cost plan option available to them for on the healthcare side.
Awesome, awesome. And what costs usually are involved in this type of situation here?
Well, when it comes to healthcare, the best part about using somebody like me is that I don't cost you a single penny. I'm like the least expensive person on your payroll. Florida, Florida Blue pays me to help you. And my compensation is the same whether you get a policy at no cost or you spend $1,500 a month for a platinum plan for yourself. I get compensated the same from Florida Blue. So it's in my best interest to do what's right for you. I'm your advocate, and I'm always going to do what's right for you. So I'm going to help you get through the maze of applications and such, and I'm going to present the options to you, and you're going to pick what's right for you. Then I'll help you enroll, and it really is that easy.
That is so awesome to know. We're coming down to the last question of this. I want to call it an informational review. Um, what are some types of things that set you and your company apart from everybody else?
All right. I'm really glad you asked this because I work for a great company. Apple Insurance, a family-owned company, been around over 10 years here in the Broward County and South and Palm Beach area. We're in the Tri-County, we do the Tri-County area, but we cover the entire state of Florida. So,
Okay.
yeah, so anybody who lives in Florida, I can help them. But I just happen to live here in Broward County, and our main corporate headquarters is right in Boca Raton. So we're pretty much, I hate to say the cliche, 20 minutes from wherever you are, but
Right.
we kind of really are. So Apple Insurance and Financial, we're a captive agency for Florida Blue. And so that's all that I offer is Florida Blue. But this works to my advantage because Florida Blue, they're the best of the best. Being able to offer Florida Blue to people, it's a privilege. Florida Blue doesn't work with brokers. They do have their own stores, and they partner with local agencies like Apple Insurance, and we've grown to be one of the largest in the state offering Florida Blue. It's a great partnership that way. Blue Cross and Blue Shield, they've been servicing Florida residents and their healthcare needs for over 75 years. It's an established company. It brings credibility and longevity to the table. And with Blue, you don't have to worry about that your insurance company is going to fold up, shut its doors, and not pay your claims. Florida Blue isn't one of those fly-by-night companies that has no infrastructure of their own that you see popping up like weeds out there. These new companies, they're using other carriers' small networks, and what was once already crowded is now overcrowded. This doesn't mean that your coverage with them would be bad. It just means that your access to that coverage may be limited. This using of another company's established network, it provides the opportunity for a startup company to come into a new market, but it also
Right.
provides the opportunity for that established company to make some additional money by leasing out their network of doctors. It's a win-win for them, but kind of a loss for you. With Florida Blue, that isn't the issue. So I'm proud to represent Florida Blue with Apple Insurance, and that really is what sets us apart.
That is awesome to know, Shaun, because a lot of times we have in the industry that I'm in the music industry, and we have a lot of artists especially right now, a lot of people are out of jobs and they need insurance coverage. And, you know, it's going to be one of the best kept secrets. They're not going to tell anybody what they're going through.
Yeah,
So,
it's usually, insurance needs and stuff. That's not something that people generally talk with their family and friends about. It's the kind of a conversation that they will have with an insurance professional like myself. And I really want to be there for them. I love what I do. It's rewarding. And there's nothing better than hanging up the phone with somebody and having them say thank you very much for helping me. And that's really the kind of industry that I'm in. Is it's a helping industry. I know insurance salespeople have gotten a bad rap over the years, because before Obamacare came along, the more expensive a policy was, the more an insurance person got paid. Well, that's not the case anymore. Obamacare has made it where, we get paid the same whether we do a small policy, a low end policy or a platinum policy, but there's a policy that fits everybody's budget out there. And, I just want to be able to help people get that.
And with that being said, I have to say this because with you, you helped me. And I just want everybody to know how easy it is, because I was in need of health insurance because of COVID, being in between jobs. I was able to get in contact with you. You just happened to call me and I answered the phone. And then when you began to explain to me, because any other time when someone would call and say, do you want insurance? I would be click, 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 I'm like, man, this is a spam call. So I wouldn't answer their call. But one of the things that made me answer your call was the simple fact that it registered as Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so that made me want to answer your call and say, okay, I know I'm going to be dealing with a reputable company.
That's the credibility that I was talking about.
Exactly. So that made me want to talk to you and say, okay, maybe this is the company, because everybody else, I'm like, no, I don't think so. So in talking to you, you were able to give me coverage. And because you got me coverage when you did, my policy became effective the 1st of July. And then a couple of days later, I ended up with strep throat. I couldn't make it to my doctor because I hadn't scheduled my visit yet with my new doctor, but I was able to get a teledoctor. And I was able to describe my symptoms over the Skype, and the doctor was able to prescribe for me the medication that I needed. And voila, here I am talking to you now.
Yeah, we had to actually put this meeting. This interview was supposed to be last week, and you couldn't talk. That's right.
Yeah, because it was just too painful to talk.
Yeah, I'm so glad that teledoc worked out for you really well. That's awesome. It's great to hear that those things are, these services that are offered.
That there are some perks and bonuses to doing this, because then, even as a part of it, you told me about a bonus where, if you go on, I forgot what it's called, something.
That's the Healthy Strides rewards. And you can, if you're in an Affordable Care Act plan, like everything that Florida Blue offers through the market that I will help you get. We have a plan in place right now that you can get $500 from Florida Blue to pay for your out-of-pocket costs towards your premiums. And if that $500 is more than what your premium actually is, you'll get that back in the form of a reward card, which you'll be able to use at another doctor's office, at a chiropractor. There's just a multitude of other things
you can use to pay. If you have a copay, prescription.
Right, your doctor copays, vision, ophthalmology, you won't be able to go into like Walgreens or Publix and do anything like that because they don't want you to be able to buy cigarettes and alcohol with something, with a health reward.
Right.
But basically, general rule of thumb is if you could pay for it with a health savings account, you could use it. You could use that coupon, and that's all explained with
and trust me, I'm going to use mine. I just want people to know that I've done mine, and so therefore, when I do get my card, I am going to get me a new set of eyes to go with the eyes I already have.
I gotcha. Yeah, I do the healthy rewards from the Healthy Strides rewards for myself. My wife, she sees the bill is $250 less because I did a health assessment. She's like, what's going on? And I was like, we got to all do this. And, we all did it. And you get $500 per person on the plan over 18 years of age. So
Okay,
it's,
awesome,
yeah,
awesome,
so
awesome.
even for me, I pay the same price for my health insurance that you would. Just working for Blue does, as an agent for Blue, doesn't
Hmm.
give me any better healthcare costs. It's all exactly the same, but I know that if Blue's giving, I'm taking, and that Healthy Strides rewards, $500 for me. It's $500 for my wife. It's $500 for each one of my kids who are 22 and 24 years old.
Well, so let
Yeah,
me ask you a question. You just brought up the thought just came to mind. Let's just say you have other family members in the house,
hmm
and how would it work with them? Would they have to qualify individually or qualify as a family whole
Are you talking about for healthcare benefits or for the
uh,
Healthy Strides rewards?
for the health care benefits?
For the healthcare benefits, if they're in your household, it becomes a family policy. We do the policy for as many people as are required that don't have
Okay, and is
healthcare
there
in
an
that
age
family.
limit? Is there an age limit? So let's just say you have, it might be a mother and two kids,
Oh,
but they're like
I see.
maybe 30 and
I see what you're getting at. And no, the Affordable Care Act allows people to stay on their parents' policies up until they're 26. Until December 31st of the year that they turn 26.
okay,
Okay.
great, great,
Okay.
great.
So as soon as if they turn 27 years old or end of their birth year, their birthday month when they turn 20, the end of the year when they turn 26,
Hmm.
they're no longer allowed to be on your parents' policy. So they'll
Okay,
need a policy of their own. At
so
which
then
case, when people age out of their parents' policies, I'm here to help them get their very own policy. And generally speaking, younger people are healthier, and therefore those policies don't cost as much. So you don't need as much of a subsidy, and a lot of them end up with no cost healthcare, because I don't know a whole lot of 26-year-olds that are making huge amounts of money that don't qualify for subsidies.
right, gotcha. So, okay. And that's what people want to know, because if they have other individuals in the house and all of that stuff, then they'll want to be able to make sure that they have health coverage as well. So, how if we referred someone to you, how would that program work?
If you refer somebody, I'm going to take care of them pretty much exactly the same way that I took care of you. I'm going to assess their individual situation, and then we're going to do what's right for them. I'm going to take care of anybody that you refer the same way that I would take care of you. And, everybody's situation is different, and I don't talk to other people about your situation. Just HIPAA laws, I'm bound by those as well.
Right. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I think we pretty much covered everything, but before we go, I do want to make sure you give out your contact information one more time before we
Sure.
close out this interview.
Absolutely. My personal cell phone number is 980-233-1117. You can also reach me in the Apple Insurance office, and that is at 561-614-2400, and my extension is 169. Okay,
Okay.
and I said my office hours are generally until about 5 o'clock. 10 to 5, Monday to Friday. You can always leave a message for me there, but in all honesty, the best way to get me is on my cell phone, and you can call me at all hours. Most people are kind of weirded out by the fact that I might answer the phone at midnight.
They're just calling to leave a message and then you answer.
A lot of times. I mean, look, I tell a lot of my clients that, listen, I'm available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But if you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, chances are I'm helping another client. And as a courtesy to you, I'll wait until after you wake up to call you back.
Awesome, awesome, Shaun. Well, Shaun, I want to thank you for just taking the time out to come on Talk Time with me, and to share the information about Obamacare and the Affordable Cares Act, and how people can get signed up for and be eligible for insurance, not even knowing that they can get a subsidized insurance pretty much either at no cost or some cost, or maybe you have to pay full price, depending on what their financial income is.
Everybody's situation is different there, but I mean, when somebody's out of work, I'm here to help. I mean, I can help. This is what it's
Exactly.
what I do for
And
a
I
living.
can attest to that. I can attest to that. So, with that being said, Shaun, thank you so much for coming on Talk Time, and we will talk to you later.
I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Lynette. This has been great.
Awesome.